Everybody's eating sardines right now, and listen, I think it's a healthy trend. I just don't like them that much. I grew up in the 80s eating tuna casserole. After my last video, you guys had so many casserole questions that I couldn't stop thinking about this one. So today, we're making it. Hi, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. So here's what I've learned after 3.5 years on the carnivore diet. It's not really the diet, if you want to call it that. It's not that that is hard. A lot of the decision making, a lot of the noise, a lot of the outside influences. Oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing this. And you know, this person must be so much healthier because they're eating sardines and they're doing a sardine fast. And you know, I don't feel like that. I'm not a purist. I think I'm not any better than anybody else because we don't assign, you know, moral or value to people based on what they eat or what they don't eat. We're not vegans. So to take away that pain point of like, what am I gonna eat? Is anything planned? What do I have ready? You know, I'm so hungry, I'm just gonna grab something that might not be as healthy as something else. To take away that pain point, if you've already got food that you will eat when you do get hungry, you will grab that and that sets you up for success. Because when the food is already cooked, the decision making is gone. And that is one of the reasons I have been so successful. So like I said, I don't like sardines, but I do like tuna. This is really just using what you have and what you like and the meat you will eat, combining it to bake it for a nostalgic 80s mom classic. This is my dump and bake philosophy. So it's not complicated, it's fast, it's easy. There are no fancy recipes, no complicated prep. I like it fast, easy, get it done. I really like batch cooking as well, as you know. Just real food that works when cooking feels like one more thing you just don't have the energy for. And today I'm going to show you 2 casseroles. Number 1, the tuna casserole that we all grew up eating in the 80s. The moms would make this casserole probably about once a week. There's no peas in it. And the second one is a bonus one. It's the sausage breakfast casserole that I featured in my last video. All right, let's get into it. All right, here's what we are working with. We've got safe catch tuna. I really like this tuna because of the lower mercury amount. And I grew up eating tuna. I did not grow up eating sardines, but you can use anything in this casserole. Any meat you want. You can use chicken if you want. I just really thought that everybody's hyping up sardines, which are very healthy. I think it's a great health trend. I'm not even opposed to it. I did try sardines, I don't know, 1.5 years ago, and I do like them. I just tend to prefer tuna. So any kind of canned meat you want. And then I'm going to actually use cottage cheese, heavy cream. I'm going to grate this cheese with my handy dandy cheese grater, and then I'm going to top mine. I'm going to add some bacon in it and then bacon bits on top, but you could do a panko crust. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you. You could top it like that for, you know, a vintage, even more vintage, classic, nostalgic feel of potato chips, but that's not what I'm going for in this one. Use a cup of Daisy cottage cheese. This one's my favorite. I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup of the Daisy sour cream. I'm going to grate up a 1.5 cups of this mild cheddar cheese, and I'm gonna use my cheese grater. You're gonna see me doing all that. Those are the ingredients. Of course, I'm eyeballing it, so this is a 1/2 cup measuring spoon. Good enough. Got the bacon. This is the air fryer that does the greatest job ever. It's the Typhor Dome 2. I'll link it below. You know how much I love this. I primarily use it for bacon. I drained this. Wonder how long it'll take for the cats to get in here. There's one. Hi. Hi, Warrior. Just a minute. Say hi. He gets the leftovers. All right, 2 cans of drained tunas in there. Shredded cheese, I use it all the time, but somebody mentioned You know, I just thought I'd try grating my own cheese. This is just mild cheddar from Fresh Thyme. This is a lot of cheese. So I'm just gonna cut some off and use this cheese grater. And it's gonna be great. I'm gonna show you, it'll be linked below. I love it. Oh, I gotta salt it and pepper it. All right, let me salt and pepper this. I have white pepper, whatever you have. Grab the bacon out of there. The bacon crumbles in there. I'm just gonna use these kitchen scissors. They're linked below. I love them. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I love these. It's Pioneer Woman. It's from the Walmarts. It's very cheap. It's very affordable, and it's about 9 by 7. This could be a good dip too. That's gonna be in there at 350 for 10 minutes. Preheated oven. Because all that food is cooked, you know, you could just eat it. So there's nothing that's uncooked in there. So now we're just warming up, melding them all together. So that's that. Hey, real quick, if you are new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. I share simple, real, affordable carnivore living every week. I also respond to every comment. Leave me your questions down below. All right, bonus casserole time. Gotta wash some dishes first. I actually added a little more cheese and I'm gonna put it back in there for about 5 more minutes. So it'll be a total of 15 minutes at 350. Cheese makes everything better. It's kind of jiggly, but that's all right. Okay, so this one has become the weekly staple in our house. This is the one that my mother for Easter, and you start with about a pound of breakfast sausage. Round it up and drain it. I'm going to spread a pound of that browned up sausage in the bottom of this baking dish. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Then I'm going to salt those in with my hand mixer. That is very handy. Pour that over the sausage, and then I'm going to top it with the freshly grated cheddar cheese. I'm also going to add some freshly grated provolone cheese on top. Don't tell Dale, I did change the recipe just slightly. I will bake this in my big oven. I had to transfer it into 2 smaller dishes, and thank goodness for this oven because, spoiler alert, this one is actually not working. The oven's not working, but the stovetop still does. And we have this oven that came in, and look how well they turned out. Delicious. Casserole is hearty, it's filling. Dale loves this one. And honestly, you can make it one day of the week, you know, make it on a Saturday, make it on a Sunday. It reheats great. Make it Sunday, eat it all week. Here is the truth about tuna casserole. My mom wasn't a gourmet cook, okay? She was tired. She was a night nurse at a hospital, and she worked with kids and she was tired. She had a family to feed, and this was on regular repeat. This was on the rotation, and it worked, and it kept on working week after week. So now I know that sardines are trending, and they should be trending. They are cheap, they are healthy, but here's the food truth moment. I don't really like them that much. What I do like, the meat that I do like, is tuna. The cheapest meat and eggs at the grocery store still beats everything in the snack aisle. So I knew I didn't want to have a sardine casserole, but tuna casserole, it's a classic. Either way, it's a win-win. That's how I tweaked a healthy trend to fit my life. And you don't need trendy. So if you like sardines, I suggest trying them out. But if you don't, and you will eat tuna, or maybe you like salmon patties, you can make those tweaks to get the taste that you long for. Sardines, maybe you like them. Tuna, that's what I like. salmon patties. You just need consistency because trendy is not going to sustain you, but familiar will. So tell me in the comments, what's the casserole you grew up on? Was it tuna casserole like me without the peas as an adult? Because I never liked peas that much. Or was it hamburger helper? I cannot eat anything. The potato stroganoff, it's not for me. I ate it a lot growing up. Or like maybe a chicken a la king. Do you remember that? I liked chicken a la king. These are Midwest staples. Growing up in Indiana, it was, you know, a casserole, some ranch, and you were set. Go ahead and subscribe if you're enjoying my content. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see 3 meals I'd never give up after 3.5 years of this, check out this video right here. Give this video a like, a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let me know what casserole you grew up on. I'd love to know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.